Your AC. It can be your best friend in times of needing to cool down, and it could be your worst enemy when it's really hot and it's not working. So today, I'm going to show you one of the ways that I troubleshooted an issue that I had with my AC. The heat wave that we have here in North Carolina, it's just come to an end. It was going on for about two and a half, 3 weeks, and this bad boy wasn't working. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did to fix it, and hopefully it can help you resolve your problem. It's real cheap, real quick and easy to do, and anybody can do this. All you need is a couple of tools and the right part to replace. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So follow me on the journey. All right. So first of all, you're going to need one of these bad boys. Or, I mean, if you have similar tools, that's fine. I just got this from Walmart. It was a real special value. It was pretty cheap. You're just going to need this. And I believe it's this size here. Or it might be this one. We'll figure it out when the time comes. And then, this is what I replaced here. I believe it's called a dual run capacitor. Basically, it runs the fan, and it connects to a few other things. I'm not a technical genius or an HVAC specialist, but needless to say, this is the reason why my AC was not pumping out the cool air when it needed it. So, and to top it all off, this right here, a whole $5.85 versus probably $500-600 visit from the HVAC specialist. So this is easy to pick up. I mean, you could get it on Amazon or eBay. Chances are it's going to be a little pricier. I've seen it on Amazon for like $15, free shipping. eBay, it was a little more. It was like 25-30 bucks. But anyways, as you can see here, it has a label. When you go about replacing it, make sure you get it the part exactly the same. Make sure it has the same set. I'm not sure exactly what you call it, but make sure all the numbers on here match. As the volts and this here are very important. And if you call, like I got this from D&L Parts here in Charlotte, North Carolina, $5.85. They're gonna ask you the shape of it and whether it's a dual run capacitor. That's basically it. But another way to save yourself some time is just take a picture of the label that has all the specs on it here. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for earlier. Specs. Yeah, that's basically it. So now, not all ACs have the same capacitors, but maybe they do. I'm not sure. This is the one that I took off my AC. This is the one that's no longer working. Sometimes you can tell that these are shot by swelling, or like you'll see like brown corrosion on the pins here, or the connectors or terminals or whatever you want to call these things here. So that's that. Yeah, like I said, you'll need this. So I'll get to the steps here, and yeah, let's get it moving. So first thing you're gonna obviously want to do before you do any work on your AC is come to the panel here, the fuse panel, and my AC breaker right here is at the top. Make sure you flip it in the off position. I'm actually not going to turn it off because I'm not going to physically work on it, because I've already, replaced the part and it's running. So that's the first step anyway, so I'll show you the rest of the steps. All right, back outside. This is the next step here. You come to the fuse panel for the AC outside. You gotta lift it up, and you got this thing here. You just wiggle it out and you pull it straight out. Now usually what I do, just so you know when the thing is securely taken out, just put it on the top here, so you know for sure that there's no power, so you don't fry yourself or mess up your AC unit. All right, and then what I did is you got your the capacitor is underneath this panel here, so you got these bits here that you're gonna have to take out. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. So, and then obviously you need to use this right here. Suggest not putting it on the top because you probably dropped some stuff down there. But yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna remove the bolts and then I'll show you exactly what we see inside. Okay, so I used it was a 5/16 size that I used on there, just in case you're curious. So I took it all off, took them all out, and you pull that off. So as you can see here, this bad boy is all shiny and new. This is what I replaced. Now, before I took it out of here, I took a picture of the wiring and how it was set up, just for to make sure you get it on the right thing. Now, I'm not sure if you could see it, but it does have, it says fan here, and it's got a C. I believe that means common. And the other one is for the Herm. I'm not exactly sure what the Herm is, but you need it to have your AC running as it's supposed to. So what I did is I took off first I took out this bolt right here, or this bit, or whatever is holding the this brace in there to keep it in place. And then when I took that off, I had the access to the capacitor, and I just I marked which colors went where, so I put yellow for the common, brown for the fan, and blue for the Herm. Real simple, nothing that's gonna send you to the hospital because your brain got overloaded with knowledge. It's real simple. Like I said, I took off the brace, the brace, or whatever you want to call this thing here. Well, this thing is a bolt or a bit, and it's just holding the capacitor in place. Once you take that out, you can actually lift this up. And then, like I said, I just made sure I made note of where the wires went, and then you use I use needle nose pliers to just kind of wiggle it off of there. And then I took the new capacitor, which is here, put it in place first, and then I put the wires on. Real simple. Put this back in, and it was good to go. I think I'm gonna actually clean out all this dirt in here while I got it open. And then I put everything back together, put the fuse back in here, and went back inside, flipped the breaker, and turned it back on. Everything was running smooth. Real simple. Like I said, it's nothing that's gonna overload your brain, because it's basic simple stuff, man. Real simple. And like I said, it took me about 6 minutes to put it back on, like take it off and put it on, and everything was up and running again. And one of the reasons why we replaced this capacitor is because the fan wasn't actually working. You kind of need that to have your AC run. I'm sure there's many other things that could go wrong with an AC unit, but like I said, this was the simplest to do and the cheapest. It was actually cheaper than replacing the air filters in the house. I believe it costs about $28 or so for the 2 filters that I have. And that's also something that you need to make sure you replace when it's supposed to, because if you have the dirty air filters, the cool air is not going to be able to get pushed through those filters, and the unit's not going to run the way it's supposed to. But that's another story for another time. Like I said, real simple. It took less than 10 minutes, and like I said, it was $5.85 for the part. So do yourself a favor. If you're having an issue where your AC unit isn't cooling the way it's supposed to, and maybe take a look and have someone turn on the AC unit while you're outside to see if the fan is running. If it's not, chances are it's the cheap capacitor that's needs to be replaced. The gentleman at the parts store where my wife picked up the capacitor explained to her that usually in the climate that we have here in North Carolina, those parts usually last 4 or 5 years. Now, if you get the ones that are made in China, usually they last about maybe 3 or 4 if you're lucky. Not sure exactly why, but maybe it's because those capacitors are made a little with the parts or the pieces or whatever they use isn't as high grade as the other ones that are on the market. But like I said, real simple. I'm not an HVAC specialist. I've never actually worked on an AC unit before. This was the first time. I just needed to get the house cool again, and it worked. So best of luck to you. Hopefully this helps save you lots of dough, because like I said, $5.85 or maybe 585 cents. You know how things can get when you don't really know about certain things. Maybe the guy would come and tell me I need to replace the transmission on my AC, even though it's not a car and they don't have those things. Some people are just dishonest, and I'm just trying to help you out, because this worked for me. It might not work for you. It might not be the problem that you're having, but it's worth giving it a shot, because it saves you money and it gets you back to the cool. So hopefully this helped you out. Thanks for checking it out. Take care.